Hello everyone, and welcome to my 10th Digimon Tamers retrospective video. This time we're going to be covering episode 10 of Digimon Tamers, Renamon is My Friend, Ruki's Perplexity. So this episode starts up with sort of a carrying on from the previous episodes where Renamon's thinking how evolution works, and has a few flashbacks to when Renamon, Guilmon and Terriermon all evolved for the first time. So she's kind of wondering how can this happen, how does it happen? Do Digimon have feelings? What causes evolution? That sort of thing. And then suddenly she feels something touching her back, but then when she turns around, she just sees Calumon. And we get a kind of adorable scene where Calumon really wants to play. Ruki's mother then shows up, and then we have her commenting on the fact that Calumon's like kind of cute, and Ruki's like holding it in her arms, and she's like, "What? This is not like my daughter." And then we have Calumon basically being a stuffed animal in Ruki's arms. So Ruki then tries to escape her mother because her mother starts telling her about her day. Then Ruki gets home, and Renamon's saying how she'll always protect her, and this kind of angers Ruki because she's got like a sense of pride, and then she just leaves. She then arrives at the station, and then suddenly feels cold, yells at some businessmen, but then sees a Digimon and ends up chasing after it, but then gets kidnapped. The Digimon turns out to be Ice Devimon, and he has taken Ruki to this frozen ice digital field sort of thing. He then comments that this area suits Ruki's personality, and then he says that he's the only one who truly understands her and her own complexity of her mind, and how he should be Ruki's partner Digimon. He then shows like this collection of frozen Digimon, which includes Gotsumon, which could absolutely be a topic for a video, how Gotsumon has appeared in every single episode of Digimon. Every single season of Digimon, not every single episode, that'd be intense, but every single season of Digimon, Gotsumon has showed up. And this is his time in Tamers. Anyway, so meanwhile, while this was happening, we have Takato practicing some card slashes with Lee, and Lee's sort of giving him feedback because everyone kind of has their own like unique card slash that they do, and Takato also wants his own unique one, so he's just practicing various ways to card slash. So it's kind of cute that we have like this side story of Takato learning how to card slash and be a tamer. Back to Ruki, we have Ruki realizing that Digimon were not meant just for fighting, and that they're kind of her friends as well. And then she tries to get away from Ice Devimon. Takato and Lee show up because they notice the giant frozen building, which is kind of weird, all the damage that we get in this season, and no one seems to like care that much. There's like a building and it's entirely frozen over. It's bizarre. So we have them showing up and their Digimon end up getting frozen. Renamon shows up too, but she gets defeated quickly. But then Calumon also shows up and she evolves, but Cubimon also gets defeated. Lee uses a card that frees Terriermon and Guilmon, and then Takato gets his first ever card slash in episode 10, which is, I know I've mentioned this before, but I adore how the fact that we get Takato still learning to be a tamer while everyone else already gets their card slashes very early on. Anyway, so he uses like a combination to power up Guilmon to defeat Ice Devimon, and then Guilmon loads his data. And then after the battle, Ruki says that she hates Digimon and leaves, and then Cubimon leaves in the other direction. And Takato is really confused by all this. And then the episode ends. So my overall thoughts is that this is probably one of the creepiest episodes of Digimon, like, in any season. The serious sort of creepy, scary atmosphere of when Ice Devimon's, like, stalking her is absolutely, like, just terrifying. Like, you kind of want to protect Ruki. It's kind of like, Ruki, please, look after yourself. And then she's just being stalked by this absolutely terrifying, like, devil Digimon. Like, it's not just Devimon, it's Ice Devimon. So it's Devimon, but he can freeze you, which is just terrifying. And we also have this episode kind of building on the events of episode 6, where we have Ruki and Renamon sort of actually having a friendship, and Ruki kind of still not thinking that Digimon are friends, but she's sort of thinking it. I don't know. It's kind of like this cute, like, growing on this backstory. And while we do have the focus on Ruki, we also have the small side story of Takato still learning how to use a card slash, he's still learning how to be a tamer, and he's just discovered that, like, the combos work, and he's really excited about that. And we get that in the next episode. Spoilers, I guess. But it's kind of neat that we have him practicing his card slash, And I just really want to reiterate that I absolutely adore the fact that we have Takato and he's not really good at being a tamer. Like, this episode is his first ever card slash where both Lee and Ruki have had their card slashes basically before the events of the series. So that's just fairly neat. Like, we have a Goggle Boy who isn't just like an innate sort of protagonist, good at everything character. And like, Taichi was like, he had his problems, but he didn't struggle. But also Tamers, in the fact that this series in general involves the kids more, so they have to actually learn. In the other seasons, they just kind of have to stand there and be evolution batteries. But in this season, they actually have to participate and use card slashes to parrot their Digimon. So it's fairly neat, and it's a unique mechanic for the show. So that's kind of cool. And I just really like the various card slash positions, because everybody does have their unique sort of way that they card slash in their own positions, which again makes it feel like more unique than just stock footage. Like, we don't just have the different character's head pasted on the body and they don't do the exact same positions. And I guess it's kind of like in 02 where we have the Digimental Up scene. They kind of all have different-ish facial expressions, but more or less it's just their head going, Digimental Up! But in this season it's a little bit more, because we get the full body, and I really like that. But something I kind of think I'm not fond of in this episode, but again, like, I'm not 100% on it, is the fact that we still have Takato rescuing Ruki, and I'm not really sure about that. But then again, this kind of adds to the hurt she feels at the end of the episode, because not only did she have to admit that Digimon are her friends, she also got rescued by the new kid. And that kind of hurts her sense of pride, and Ruki is a very prideful character. And Renamon didn't really save her. She didn't save herself, and she probably wanted to save herself. But then again, Renamon didn't even save her. The new kid did with his baby dinosaur, and he didn't even have to evolve to do so. He defeated the very scary, very intimidating looking Digimon, even though they had the level advantage. So she's kind of hurt by that. So I guess I'm not too upset about the fact that she was rescued. But yeah, it does sort of make sense, because it does hurt her pride, which leads to the end part, or rather a few things do. The whole events of the episode scared her, which is very reasonable. This is scary. She got kidnapped. That is terrifying. But added on to the fact that she had to sort of admit Digimon were friends, so she kind of feels a little bit wrong, but because she likes being right. But she's also very prideful, and she had to be rescued. So there are a few reasons why she was hurt. So it's a very minor thing. And again, I'm really a big fan of the fact we actually address that all of these Digimon wanted Ruki to be their partner human. And this season, this episode rather, sort of expands on that, and one of those Digimon didn't take no for an answer. Like, we also had a Pokemon there. Imagine this episode was the exact same, but it was a Pokemon. That's even scarier. At least it was Ice Devimon, who is less scary. But anyway, it's kind of nice that we expanded on the fact that we have the backstory of all these Digimon wanting Ruki as their partner, and this episode has Ice Devimon come in and say, but I still want to be your partner. It's kind of terrifying, but it's also kind of nice that we actually get to expand on that bit of backstory. And I kind of wanted more, but I'm just happy with this reference to the backstory, because some seasons of Digimon don't expand on the backstory. They just said, that's backstory, there we are, all done. Out the window, already done. But yeah, so that's basically my thoughts on the episode. I think I would have to give it like I know I'm giving a lot of 3s, so I feel like I give it a 3, but like it could also be like a 3.5 maybe. But actually, I'll give it a 3, because otherwise, like, I think this is not as good as the Renamon Evolution episode, because it's kind of a little the same, and I guess I'll get to that, like, in 2 episodes where we have, like, a basically identical episode to the Dakugumon episode, but, like, I'll get to that when we get to it. But anyway, so that's basically my thoughts for that episode. Did you watch this episode? Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments, and I'll thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!